Hello to everybody. Good evening. This is another pop-up video from me to you. Nothing formal. I'm staring into this. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hello to the two people that are watching. For those of you, if you're new, my name is Alethea, and I do stuff like this randomly pop up. Hey, Lady Demetra, how are you? How's it going? I thought about you just a little while ago. I was looking at something. I thought it was you, but it was somebody else's handle. You and Kathy, Kathy Hines, your handles remind me of each other. I know you're Duchess Designs and she's Denny Rose. I guess it's the D. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, and for the other person that's in, thank you so much for watching. Y'all know I had to grab me a cup of coffee while I get started. um, this is one of the original mugs. I think there's four. There's 4 or 5 so much talent mugs, and y'all, I don't advertise them much. Maybe I should. Um, but this one it's the sewing challenges for me. Sorry about my coffee there. It's the sewing challenges for me. But I love it. I love a good mug. All right. So y'all, I am home from work and I have a prom dress that I need to make. And let me go see if I can find my earbuds. So I don't know. Can y'all hear me okay? Is it loud enough? And so y'all get a different background. Y'all get my junky background. That's usually where I'm sewing, and that's usually how my sewing machine looks all the time. You can hear me okay? All right. So I did want to share this because I'm trying to do so many things at one time, trying to stay connected to the sewing community, trying to keep up with my own challenge. So right now we're trying to keep up with so much challenge, which is the Thrifty Hash Up Challenge. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that's basically we go into the fabric stores, one-time trip, find whatever we can find between $10 and $30. 10 is the minimum, 30 is the max. Whatever you find, you have to hash it up. And hash it up just means that you mix it up. You can do patchwork, you can color block, print mix, whatever you do, but you've got to take whatever you found and make it something new. All right, and you have until May 4th to do it. So May the 4th be with you. Yeah, I said it. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my God, that's so corny. But it is cute at the same time. So at the same time, I'm part of the Make Nine Challenge, which is hosted by Rochelle. Uh, Rochelle Made by Design, or Rochelle Handmade. She's gonna get me because I keep messing that up for her. But you can find her. I follow her, Rochelle Handmade by Design. I think is what it is. And so she's doing the Make Nine Challenge, which we had to make. We had to commit to making 9 items. Like we had to make a grid of 9 blocks. All right, and so I did that, and so I'm working on my third project. My first 2 projects I posted. As a matter of fact, I don't have either one of them in here, but you've seen the videos that I posted of both of the dresses that I made in one challenge, and the purse or the bag, the shabby chic or hobo chic tote bag that I made in one. My first project was to make 2 um, casual dresses. Now they weren't casual, but I guess casual means like church dresses or everyday dress. One was the rendition of the famous wrap dress that's going around. The other one was a knit dress. It was an old Mimi G pattern. I did so. Those 2 videos are or the stories or the clips or whatever you want to call them over here. And so the second project was to make that shabby chic tote. I did that. I do want to do a video on how I made that, and I'm actually at some point, y'all. I don't know if I'm allowing y'all to coax me into this stuff, or maybe it's just God's will. I just start moving into this stuff. I don't know, but Patreon channel has been on my mind a lot lately. I've dabbled in it and dabbled out of it. I've dabbled back in and I've dabbled back out of it. I've dabbled in the TikTok and I dabbled back out of it. I had dabbled in the YouTube and I dabbled back out. Now I'm back in. So I have been talking about Lady Demetria. You took my one of my class. Well, you took a lot of my classes, but I am really focused on really getting the dress designer dress class again. And just to prove to you that I am thinking about it. I don't know if you remember that. That was my the gown that I drafted and that I plan to do. I never did finish, never did complete it. Um, but I have the pattern and everything. So I want to get back into that, but I'm thinking I'm going to do it in a Patreon channel. Or if I don't do it on a Patreon channel, I'll do it through Facebook like I always have through the Facebook So Much Talent Classroom. The last thing that I did in the So Much Talent Classroom was the y'all, this light hot. I can't take it. Hang on. Hmm. Are y'all okay? Well, that ain't really good, is it? Was it better with the light, or y'all okay like this? Nah, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure all this out. That thing is hot. Maybe that won't be so bad. All right, but so I do have the last thing that we did inside the So Much Talent Classroom on Facebook was the pants fitting class, and so that was what, about 3 years ago. So so I want to get into stuff like that, but I'm just trying to find the best platform for me to do that. I've done it. I've had Thinkable, not Thinkable, but Think of It. I started Think of It, um, and I don't know. There's another one, skill something. I tried that one, but I'm just trying to figure out the best platform that works for me to be able to host my classes again. I still like the I still like the interactive classes that I was doing. So oh, hang on, y'all. Sorry about that. Um, I still like the interactive classes where it's live, and I was doing them through Zoom. So I'll still do it through a platform like that, but it'll be broadcast on either one of those other platforms. So now that I'm still doing StreamYard. So I did, I don't know if I've ever done classes through StreamYard. I just did them through Zoom, but I use StreamYard a lot. So I've started back using that. You enjoyed the classes? Thank you. I really enjoy teaching. I really enjoy sharing that. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes for me this year. Purposed changes for me this year, that I need more space. I need more time to be able to do the things that I really enjoy. Like I enjoy all of it. I enjoy where I'm working right now. I enjoy working with people. Um, So I'm just, at this place and space right now that I need to just really lock in and decide, am I just gonna cut this and go to the next agenda, and stop trying to, do both and do all. Can't do it all. Like right now, I'm supposed to be preparing for a fashion show, and I'm doing this. Um, but anyway, I'll get all that done. But yeah, so this is gonna be. We're gonna get back into this. I don't know. Did you take this class, Demetra? I know Wanda is always one that supported my classes like you, and there were a few others that did it, and so I'm not sure where they were with it, but I definitely want to get back into that. So I keep saying it, but be on the lookout for it. All right. But getting back to the challenges, one of the my next Make Nine project, this third project that I'm working on, is my UFOs, my WIPs, and my PhDs. I'm not gonna pull those out anymore, but this is what I worked on, and I did a YouTube, not a YouTube, but I did a little video on Instagram with me wearing this, um, and sharing how this looked on me. So I'm gonna actually do a video where I actually uh, post it on here. So be on the lookout for that. Yes, I did. My dress isn't finished yet. You're okay. I thought you took the class. All right, so we're gonna have to revisit that with my former students and get us back together. Maybe we'll have a reunion a dress, designer dress class reunion. That would be fun. But this is a Paco Peralta pattern that I did. This is that I didn't get to finish, and it is finished now. I just had to make some adjustments. I needed to let it out a little bit, and my vision was to add like a little vent, like a mesh vent under the arm, as opposed I could have added the same old fabric under here, but I actually wanted like a vent right up under the arm because this is sheer. I'm not going to go into details about this now, but I will talk about the making of this later. But if you haven't seen the Paco Peralta pattern, it's a Vogue pattern. I think it's out of print. It might not be out of print, but it's out of normal rotation. You might be able to find it somewhere like Etsy or, let's see, Etsy. I think it might be on eBay. It might be, I don't know. It's out there somewhere. But it's a two-piece tunic and pants. And I'm not going to try to look for it now. But this was one of them. So I got that finished. And my next project is this one. This one's also a Paco Peralta, same pants. Um, the only thing about the difference between these two, um, this one was, I added a deep cuff on this one. And both of these are made out of home deck fabric, like a um, drapery fabric, a light, very lightweight drapery fabric. But I liked it because it looks like a silk linen or silk noir. And so I'll talk about that later. This one, that one looks like a silk linen, and this one looks like a silk noir. If you're familiar with silk, noir fabric, or if you're not, just look up noir. But this is reminiscent of a silk noir, and it hangs like that. But this is actually a drapery weight fabric. So this is my next to finish on that Make Nine project. So these, at least I'll get two out of the whole thing. So be on the lookout for that. Um, but in the meantime, I am working on this prom dress. Thank you, Demetra. If y'all don't mind, if you haven't already shared it out, thank you so much for the thumbs up. If you haven't shared this out, please share this out. And I'm just going to be on here for a little bit while I finish cutting this out. Um, this is it's not a prom dress. It's actually a, what do you call it? I'm going to pull this up a little bit. It's an eighth grade dance, eighth grade prom. And so I didn't post the, inspiration picture, so we'll talk about that at a later time. But basically, what I did was I did this just based on her measurements. I wish I had taken a little bit more measurements, like across the shoulder, around here. Like I wish I had done this here. Wish I had done the from the nape to the bust area. A lot of times I will take more detailed measurements. Hey, Tawanda, but because a child, she's a child with adult, what do you call these? All of this adultness, you know. So I thought it was a knit dress. I don't need to take a lot of measurements, but how many of you know? Even though it's knit, knit still has to fall in the right places, right? So but anyway, I'm gonna make it work. It's stretch. It's gonna work. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. All right. So this is partially a I won't say a free will offering, but this is a hey lady, hey, but this is a it's not even a charity. What do you call it? Well, I guess I'll say it's a charitable contribution. All right, she's a family friend, and I am doing this. My mom is helping her, supporting her, so I am joining forces with my mom to help her. So my mom wanted to pay for the dress and everything. She paid for the materials, and I'm doing the labor. So that's how that's going. So this piece is the back piece, and as you can see with this, um, baby got curves, right? Baby got some curves. I had to look. I'm like, man, she almost about like, got my measurements almost. But what I did do was measure from her shoulder down to the bust, what I feel like is the bust area, because we were almost about the same height. I measured down from the shoulder to the bust area, down to the waist, and to the hip area, down to the knee, and then to the length. All right, so this should fit in right where it needs to fit in. All right, so all I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna basically cut the same piece. I'm not trying to do anything any different. Like I said, even though it's knit, I've made this to fit more like a bodycon dress almost. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more room to the front area just to give it just a smidge more room because she is a child. Um, I wish I had added more room instead of making it truly a bodycon. I wish I had given it more room. Um, anyway, but because I am running short on time, I want to make everything kind of fit the best, as close as possible to where it's going to fit, where I don't have to do a whole lot of fit adjustments. Um, I hope that makes sense. And I know you ladies, Tawanda and Demetra, you all know. Have either of you done any prom dresses this year? If you have, let me know. This is the only prom dress that I've done. I have one that's coming in for alterations, and she's another one of my child one of my child clients. She's been a client of mine since she was 8 years old. I started making her Easter dresses, and some of y'all probably remember that. Um, but I made her Easter dresses. I've made her some stuff because she's a bigger size, and so a lot of her stuff was hard to fit, hard to find. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can get the style out of this size out here. If not, I'm gonna go to. I got a lot of this fabric. But yeah, I've been sewing for the other young lady since she was 8 years old. Now she's 16 years old, going to prom. All right. You said not this year, Denisha? Tawana said, I'm still working on the prom suit altering. Okay. Listen, that's why I don't like doing suits. I stay in my lane, and people laugh at me when I say that. And we know that we can sew just about anything, right? But there are things that you're better at than others, or things that you like to do rather than others, right? I do have to remember, I don't know if you can see this, but I have pins in here so I can keep these layers together. Um, all right, so yeah, all right, yeah, so I'm gonna pull this up so I have a wider piece to work with. She's getting gloves out of this, too. Gloves and a turban. I'll show the inspiration inside the group, Facebook group, um, the inspiration picture that she sent me. I'll show that to you. But yeah, she want gloves and I'm just gonna cut this straight across. She want gloves and a turban. So inquiring minds want to know, are you more of a scissor type girl, scissor and cutting board, or are you more of a rotary cutter, rotary mat and blade girl? I dare not use the rotary on these sequins. The other thing that I'm going to do is give a little bit more shoulder from the front um, than I did from the back. So the back is a high cut neckline. And so the front on the inspiration picture, now mind you, she's 8th grade, but on the front of the picture, the the dress is cut very low. It's sleeveless like this, but the sleeves go in almost like as if it was a racer back bra, but it's not a racer back style dress. But the sleeves go in closer to the neckline, just kind of like this does. And then there's a V cut, a real low V cut. We not doing that. Mom already said, and y'all know me. I said, too. You're more accurate at rotor blade. So would you use? And Demetra says she scissors. So would you use? Um, and y'all, this board is about the perfect length of her dress. So would you use your rotary on this these sequins? Now, I thought the first time I used this sequence, I actually got this from Kiki's Fabrics. So that's a free plug-in for Kiki's Fabrics. They owe me one. But yeah, I got this from Kiki's Fabrics. I don't know if y'all remember the purple, the Sweet 16 purple dress that I did last year around November, December. And this same sequin fabric. And I got it from Kiki's. And I thought I was going to have a hard time working with it just because of the way it's made and because of all the sequins, because it's just nothing but sequins. But it actually sews right through. I use a very fine needle. And I want to say I might have even used like a 16 or something like that. I don't know. When I say fine, I don't mean like fine, but a sharp needle. Because I know y'all probably say, well, 16 ain't fine. But I ain't mean fine like that, but yeah, I'm trying to make the most of my fabric. I always buy more than what I need. Just trying to make sure I get this cut on the fold. My mindset with cutting the pieces almost the same as the fact that, like, if you're doing a tank style knit summer dress or knit dress, you're basically cutting out the same pieces. You know, you might have a little bit of curvature on the front because of the bust area. You might, but on a knit garment, I mean, your bust is gonna push out in the areas where it needs to. Your hips gonna push out in the areas where it needs to. But this is that. All right, so I'm gonna wait before I cut the neckline out. I'm gonna wait till I get it on the mannequin and see where how deep I need to go on the neckline before I cut this out. You laughing, Demetra? uh, Probably would, but I know I would have to change the blade after. Yeah, I think it you, Tawanda, that told me about the titanium blade. One of y'all told me about the titanium blade. Because I was starting to get the hang of it, and I'm liking the rotary cutter a lot more. I have two that I work with. I think it was this one. I just got the titanium blade for this one, I believe. This one's a lot more heavyweight. And I was using this one for like lighter stuff, lighter fabrics and stuff, so I like it too. Um, so y'all be proud of me. I'm getting the hang of the sizes, the millimeters, and I think this one's a 60 millimeter blade and this one's 45, so y'all be proud of me. But I have been changing them out more. And so wherever I can use the blades, I will. So my next goal is to get a cutting mat from Anna's big mat rotary cutter. Her name is Anna. I first met her, was introduced to her on TikTok. Where did I get the fabric? I got the fabric from Kiki's Textiles. Kiki's Textiles. And I first found out about them on Instagram. But this fabric, she got lots of like formal type fabrics and some other fabrics as well. But y'all, I've tried ordering fabric from Amazon. I thought I could get like the sequin fabric. I don't know if y'all remember when I was ordering fabric for that lavender for the purple dress, and I found some and sorry, found some on Amazon, and it came to me in 1 yard increments. Like I ordered 3 yards, and I thought I was getting a 3 yard length, and it came to me in 3 yard pieces, three 1 yard pieces. I can't do nothing with that. Our whole body from our shoulder to our length, unless you real short, it's gonna be longer than 36 inches. No, it wasn't you. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know Kai had a rotary blade. Yeah, I'm learning something new. I learn something every day. So no, I don't have that. I have to look it up. Um, do you all have the? Is it the Guggenheimer scissors or the Guggen? It's not Ginger. It's Guggenheimer or something like that. It's a heavy duty pair of scissors for dressmakers use, and they were advertising them on sale on Facebook for like real cheap, and I didn't get it. I heard people talking about them. I'm like, I don't know, this might be a trick. So I didn't do it. I didn't mess with that. All right, so I am going to just mimic this since it's her whole body and everything. But I am going to give it just a little bit more room. So give her a little bit more room. So, and of course, that means that the front is going to be, the seam is just going to be off just a little bit, but a half inch off is not going to be that bad. It's stretched fabric. Plus, it might work in my favor because she needs a little bit more up front, right? That's where it's going to protrude more with her bust. I don't know if the child even have a stomach. Um, so we figured that out, but I'm going for it, y'all. I'm going for it. So I say yes, I've never used them. Okay, you did hear about them? Okay. All right, so I'm down here cutting off the bottom. She's 55 inches in length. Well, I measured 55 inches in length from the top of her shoulder to the floor without shoes on. And so she wasn't sure the height of heel that she was going to be doing. Let me put some more pins in here to hold this in place so it won't shift too much. Because y'all know when you start messing with anything stretchy and slinky, it starts sliding. And before you know it, it's all out of place. But I'm trying to keep it from moving while I'm cutting this bottom here. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear in the background, but I'm watching Anita Morris just downloaded her class for her t-shirt dress. So I've just been checking that out. Like I said, I'm gonna cut this identical to the front, to the back piece, but I am going to reshape the neckline later. And I'm gonna give a little bit more shoulder, just a little bit more shoulder to the front. I hope the secret's not popping off in my coffee. Alright, so here's what I'm just gonna give it a little bit more. And for those of you that may not know, I know my seasoned seamstress on here know, the professionals on here know, but I always encourage my students when I teach my students not to take shortcuts like this. They tend to, because of out of fear of not cutting the fabric right, they'll cut short strokes. So I try to get them in the habit of handling the scissors properly and making long strokes so you won't put too much pressure on your wrist. So when you're not using your rotary cutter, and whether you know it or not, it affects your shoulder blade too. Because as you're cutting, is all of this is affecting this. So if you sew a lot and you find your back is hurting or your shoulders hurting, it could be because of where you've been cutting or moving or adjusting your fabric and stuff like that. All right, so I have this cut out. I'm just gonna slide this up a little bit and make sure that I've got that cut. All right, so I added 3 inches onto the length. You never bought any either? Okay. All right, so what I need to do now is I've cut, that's the front, so I'm going to go ahead and mark the front. And I do believe, I got to go back and look at the picture, because I was just going to make it where she can slide it over her head, but I am going to go ahead and add a zipper in it. I wasn't going to line it, but this fabric on the inside, it's kind of, it looks quilted, but you know, with all the stitches and everything, it's stitched, all the sequins are done with like a nylon thread, and so that nylon thread is itchy and scratchy. So I am going to go ahead and line it, but I'm not going to fully line it. I'm going to line it just above the split, like right at the knee. Just going to line it to the knee. And you have choppy points on your fabric. Right. Exactly. You're exactly right. Yeah, if you take choppy strokes cutting, you're going to have choppy points on your fabric. You're right. All right. So, anyway, all right. So I'm going to move this to the side over here, and this top piece is actually, I was going to mark it to front and the back, but this top piece is the back piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down the center. Had to make sure, because I'd be done messed up if it wasn't. Now, the one thing I didn't do, I know it's stretchy and everything, and this is why I'm adding a little bit extra to the front. I did not add a seam allowance to this back. So I'm going to be using quarter inch, 3/8 inch seam allowances, or just sewing close to the edge wherever I possibly can to reserve some space. But it's a very stretchy fabric, but it's going to be bodycon like now. So, but it's gonna give her the look like the inspiration picture that she showed me. So, all right. So this is back. Once I get it sewn together and the shoulders and everything, like I said, I'm gonna put it on the mannequin and see where I need to, how low down I need to go on the dress form, and then in the neck area, I'm gonna stabilize it with some interfacing. Yeah, Joann's had interfacing 50% off this past weekend. I didn't get any. I did buy some patterns. They had the McCalls on sale. I don't know if they still are. I went in there looking for 2 patterns that I like, and I was trying to save myself from having to draft it out myself. But if I don't find them, then I'll draft. That's another one of the classes that I want to teach, is how to. Ouch! That sequin got up under my nail. That hurt. One of the other classes that I want to teach is how to recreate a pattern. So, like if a pattern goes out of stock or out of print, or like now what we've been seeing lately, you can't find it. I'm sure there's a pattern in our stash that's very similar to it. All right. I think I measured to the knee. I forgot. I think the knee is about right here from the hip. Let's see. I'm gonna do from my waist down to my knee. I want to say it was like 20 something inches. Uh-oh. I'm using myself as a guide. it's about 24 inches. Okay. All right, so the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and mark this for, I'm going to go ahead and mark this for a split. I can always sew the split up some. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my chalk here. Okay. All right. Before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and cut the lining out. So I have that already. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to use this darker blue. Well, it's almost a blue black. But it's a ITY knit. It's got a nice little knit to it. So I'm going to use it. I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to double this, and I'm just going to cut one of the pieces out. And I'm just going to make this as long as I can. It doesn't matter if, actually it's going to matter because the front and the back shoulders are not the same length. You know what I'm going to do? I think this is a little bit wider than that. I might be able to just cut them side by side. There you go. Take that there. Got sequins all over. That's the only thing about working with sequins. Okay. You said thought of a suggestion. What about a keyhole in the neckline? In the front or the back? The back would be a good key. That would be good. I thought about doing a zipper halfway down, but then I remembered I had to do the, that's still a good idea though. I don't know, Tawana, that might be good. You mean in the back, right? Hey, Miss Vicky, how art thou? Good to see you. You talking about in the back, right? Oh, I didn't mean to. Try not to unfold this. I'm trying to see if I can get both the front and the back cut out side by side. Might be able to. Y'all know, even though knit is stretchy and everything, it still needs to be cut. The fabric still needs to be lined up correctly. Like, it still needs to be on grain. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. All right. Yeah, I got this from Hobby Lobby. Love Beyond Measure. What? Yeah, the front, I'm gonna give her the look that she wants, but it just won't be that low. But I do like the back because she didn't give me a picture of the back, although I saw the back, and the back looks like a giant keyhole, actually. I'm sure it has a zipper probably going up part of the way, but it's a knit, so she can step in it and pull it up. But I do like the keyhole. I might do a rounded keyhole, and as a matter of fact, I want to say to one, it might have been an open keyhole, just a. I think I might do that instead of a zipper. I think so. Thank you, ma'am. Because I pretty much have carte blanche with this, but I'm trying to give her most of her vision. Um, with this. Y'all think I should? Y'all think I should do this all the way down? I might just. I might just. I might just line this all the way down. Why not? Right. If I can do it, I might as well do it. I think it's enough to do it all the way down. So I think I just might as well do it right. My husband always said do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And it ain't gonna cost no more time. Just going down what, about 20 more inches. So I might as well just go all the way down. Plus, I don't want her little legs to be all scratched up. Right? I don't want her poor little legs to be scratched up. I know I probably could have did this a little bit closer to the edge and saved some extra fabric, but I can do something else with that. I'm gonna have her come over Tuesday and try it on to see where we are. Let's see here. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yep. Y'all, that sequin got up under my nail somehow and cut me. Now, Tawanda, if this was if I had my board, I took my other mat up, and so I'm gonna end up getting me. I probably need to just go ahead and order the mat. Now I am cutting short choppy structure right here because it's a short space. But if this was a rotary mat, I would did this with my rotary cutter as opposed to this. All right, let's see here. So I'm kind of having to cut off the table here. Y'all can't see this part. All right. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and get this part cut off right here. I'm trying to decide how I want to make the turban part of it. I think that would be nice to do it all the way down. Yeah, I'm gonna do it all the way down. You know, I be cutting, the Lord be speaking. Now you know you need to do that all the way down. Don't be trying to shortcut nobody. Do it the right way. But you have seen some stuff that's sewn that way, but it's done that way to save fabric and save time. This is the back piece, but once I get it on my mannequin, I'll figure out how to cut the back neck, the neckline in the back. But I do like the idea of the keyhole. I like that a lot. I didn't mean to cut this one. Come on. The fabric. Oh, you know what? I need to get closer to the, yeah, that's what I needed. Yeah, 'cause it was being choppy right there, like you said to me, to Wanda. It was getting a little testy with me. Oops. I didn't mean for that to come up. All right. I gotta do the other side. I think I'm gonna use the bigger one this time. It's just so fast. Uh-oh, I ran over some. Oh, did I get, okay. Oops. See, that's the part I hate right there. It doesn't cut. Oh, and I changed my blade, but some pieces don't get caught. Okay. So I'm gonna slide this up so I can get the rest of it. Okay. All right. That part is cut. So I am. All right. So I got that cut out. All right. Now I'll have to think about the. I have to think about the headband and the gloves. I'm probably just gonna trace my hand for the gloves and choose the gloves go all the way up here like this. Like I said, I'll post a picture in the group so you all can see my inspiration. I don't want to put it out here until it's all done. All right. So what are you guys working on? I may do a part 2 to this a little bit later on, but I'm gonna need to step away for a second. Um, I can't remember. I think I want to say I bought 3 yards of this. It might have been more than that, but I got more than enough, so I can do something else with this later. Um, but this part right here, I think it'll be enough to do the gloves. Um, hang on one second. Let me go ahead and cut the glove pattern out. My paper scissors. Let's see, I got a ring on my finger. I have a ring on my finger that catches my fabric. I hate this brown paper because it curls up so bad. Alterations, several dresses coming in for September. Yeah, I had to block off my schedule. I still have people calling me though. I was trying to book an appointment, but I can't. I don't see where to book. I said because it's blocked off, and I tell them when I'm available, so that they can maybe book later. Let's see, where is my? Okay. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. All right. Now the gloves are stretchy. This should be I know I probably need to make this a little bit bigger, right? This ain't no good. All right. Right, that's a little bit big. Just go from there. And I just got to figure out how long I want the gloves to be. Where's my tape measure? Just try not to have to buy a pattern for a simple little glove pattern. See if I can hold this up. About 24 inches. Tawanda or Demetra, do you know the length, the average length of a glove? I'm gonna probably do about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but I'm thinking about 24 inches looks about right. And I got her bicep measurement. So I'm thinking, let's see, what did I say her bicep was? Her bicep is 14. So yeah, that was from her middle finger. All right. So I'm gonna have to cut 2 of those either way. So you have a pattern, Tawanda? Okay. All right, so we're gonna see here. I don't think I'm playing that down the center just right. At least it don't seem like it. Then again, it does. I'm gonna try right here, see if that looks better. Let's try 4.5 right there. See. Yeah, I know that look crazy. It's 24 inches. Yep. See, I was on it. Here we go. This is right here. Found it. All right, let's see if this is gonna do the trick. This looks so off. It looks weird to me. It looks weird, but then it don't. Okay. It look about right. about right. Yeah. Think that looks about right. So I'm going to, and it needs to fit so it'll stay around the arm, but that was, I said it was 14 inches. I did 7 inches, so I'm just going to do a, maybe a seam allowance. Probably don't really need to do much, too much for seam allowance. So this will actually be the cutting line, not the seam allowance. The darker line would be the seam allowance. So I don't know what to do. They're not straight, y'all, but at least I know where to cut. And I'll do about a 1/2 inch. Actually, no, I won't. I'll do a 5/8 inch, a 1/4 inch here too. And the reason being, I probably will line them also because it's gonna be stretchy, scratchy on her arm if I don't. Is all right. He said, "Are you going to test the glove pattern before cutting fashion fabric to get fit?" Yeah, I am, because I want to make sure, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool. So, but I think I am going to do the lining, do it in the lining so it won't scratch her little arms up. She might get back home and all her little arms ate up. Um, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the turban part yet, though. All right. Yeah, I'll test this out. Tawanda, in the group, if you can, take a snapshot of the glove pattern that you have. Post it in the group so I can see how close. Usually I press this out so it's not so to get that fold out of it. Alright, but that's my glove. And so I'm just going to turn it under, just when I do the lining, I'm just going to stitch the lining, sandwich the lining together, and then top stitch it probably down so it'll stay. But at least it'll have a lining up to the arm. Alright, so that's that. Got that done. I didn't cut the pattern out. I didn't do a pattern for the dress itself. I just cut it straight up. I just measured it straight onto the fabric. So worst case scenario, I think I have a little bit of extra if I need to redo something or add something in. All right, so I'm just gonna call it quits here. Just do this little video to this point, and then I will come back in later. I don't know if it'll be later tonight. It may be to work while I sew. All right, but I at least want to get that part cut out and measured out, and maybe in the meantime I'll figure out the turban part of it. So I'll go ahead and send you an inspiration picture in the group so you can see it. All right, for those of you that might not be following So Much Talent group, you can follow us on Facebook. It's So Much Talent. And then there's I think a dress, a spool of thread, and maybe pants icons that's behind the name. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all to life. If you like this video, tap the like button. If you're not following, I don't know why not. Go ahead and follow and please share this out. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good night.